gosh, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. It was saying that we had an error that has occurred, and I wouldn't go live on the. It would not go live on the website.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging in there.
I can't hear anything.
You're unmuted.
I know.
You can't what?
Can you hear me? Well, I can't hear y'all.
Test, test, test. You can't hear us?
Mm-mm.
Is your volume turned all the way up?
Yep. Said what? Oh,
Can you hear me now? Okay. Hey, Mayor. They
Yes.
you're gonna have to let us know how that internet connectivity is up there. Doug got it fixed today for you.
Yeah, that's what Gunderson was telling me earlier. So
Perfect.
it seems to be working really well. So far.
Yeah, so far you're coming through loud and clear and not breaking up like normal.
Keep our fingers crossed. Hey, Craig, did you sit in on any webinars today?
No, sir. I sat in on a couple meetings, but not webinars. Was there one today I missed? Can you hear me? Okay, either the mayor's face froze or we lost him or my connectivity's
he's
bad.
frozen to me too.
Okay.
Oh, there he goes. Bless you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I can't hear you.
It says the mayor is me. Hello, Miss Judy, Miss Johnny, Miss Susan.
How are you this evening?
I'm hanging in there. How are y'all?
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
My office is still 85 degrees
Oh, sounds amazing.
since last week.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, and they keep coming in to look at it and say, you need to order a part. Well, you're going to come be visiting at the hospital here in a minute.
Wow.
85 degrees.
I bet
That's too hot.
bet the
That's
hospital has air conditioning.
Hey, maybe I'll just go to the hospital. They can reach me there.
Yeah. Take your laptop.
Oh, I'm with it. I got this.
Can you hear me, Mindy? Okay.
Yes, I do.
No, this ain't gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold my phone up. Well, okay, hold on. I'm getting feedback.
I will say the audio is much better in City Hall today.
Why is that?
Well, I think Doug finally got our Spectrum internet connection running,
Oh,
and we have a lot better speed input up, down, up and down. So
that's always good.
Mindy, are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Better get my agenda together, shouldn't I? Well, bear with me 1 second. I don't know what I did with it.
Hold on.
Okay. I'll call the meeting to order. Some members of the city council may participate via telephone or video conference. A quorum may or may not be physically present in the city council chambers. Texas Government Code 551.127A-2. Citizens wishing to make comments comments should email mparks@evermantx.net, mparks@evermantx.net. Citizens' comments received prior to the meeting adjourned will be read to the council. So we'll drop down to consent agenda. We have item A, reading of the minutes of previous meetings, June 16th, 2020, special meeting, July 7th, 2020, special work session budget meeting, July 14th, 2020, regular meeting, July 21st, 2020, special budget workshop meeting, July 28th, 2020, special budget workshop meeting. And then we have financial report for July 2020. So,
Need a motion?
yes, I'll entertain a motion.
Okay, I move we approve the consent agenda and financial reports as read.
I second.
Okay, motion's made, seconded. Susan, do you have anything? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, Susan Helgerson, do you have?
No, not a whole lot. Mostly just budget has been on my mind, but yeah, as you can see in my update, our interest dropped to $867 this month with the interest rate of 0.3592. But in other news, and I'm sure Chief will speak on this, but we have received approval on the budget for the CARES Act funding. So that's good news that we can move forward with some of those expenditures. And the budget process is almost done. And we will have some additional budget amendments just like normal for the end of the fiscal year that will be coming. And I think that's about all I have on the financials,
Okay.
unless there are any questions.
Okay.
Unless there are any questions.
Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to ask Susan or Mr. Gunderson?
I have a question. The first one is, we don't have the hours for, well, we have the hours for the water utilities, to pay your utilities, but there's not a time, I don't believe, designated as for lunch. So if I went up there doing my lunch and nobody was there, could we not put a time up there for that?
Somebody should always be here.
Yeah.
Well, there have been occasions when no one's there. They were out to lunch or something like that.
No, that's
They
never.
usually,
that
they
is
usually
never-
stagger their lunch breaks.
I know it's a fact because I've been up there, okay, and it was closed. No one was there. They were out for lunch.
Johnny, we never, ever have that window unattended. They may be on the phone talking to someone and be the only person, and the people at the window will have to be patient enough to wait for them to finish the call to go and take their payments. But there is always someone.
Well, like I said, I went up there and there was no one at the window. My second question is regarding EDC and the city. Mr. Nicoletti he's designated, I think, up under EDC, but he does work also for the city. So is all that going to be designated under EDC?
Mr. Nicoletti is a director for the city. He reports to the city manager. He is assigned as the EDC liaison to sit in on meetings and coordinate, inform the board of his activities.
Okay.
Are you just referring to like his salary coming out of are you talking budget now or?
Well, I'm referring to anything regarding him. I didn't know if everything was gonna be designated out of EDC for salary, mileage, or whatever, or how they were going to do that.
Yes, we have always assigned expenses related to Mr. Nicoletti to the EDC fund.
Okay.
Do we have anything else on the consent agenda items? Mindy, would you poll the council?
Place 1,
Aye.
place 3,
No.
place 4,
Aye.
place 5,
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
motion carried.
Okay, so next item, okay. So I guess it's hand out budget books, but we didn't get to that point yet, so I guess we'll just open it up for discussion on the budgets.
I did send out an email with the PDF file of the budget. And
Yeah, I saw that, but it was like 4:30 or something like that. And I thought, I don't think I want to print all this out.
Give her
Well-
just a second. I think she just froze.
Okay.
There she is.
Just so you know, this is handing out the book, providing the information, and we've covered all the information in previous meetings. And you have a week to look at it, make sure it matches what you expect to see. And then next week, we will have the public hearing and address any issues.
Will we get a paper copy as well?
Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. And none of the numbers changed from our last budget sessions, just so you're aware, but please go through all of it and make sure that you don't have any questions or anything.
Anyone that would prefer a link to the online workbook, I can provide that as well if you wish.
Mr. Gunderson, I would like a link to that, if you
Okay.
don't mind.
I'll tell you what, I'll send it to everyone, and whoever does not want to use it can ignore it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we're done with that part of the meeting. So we'll drop down to mayor's report. Just had a couple things I want to pass on to you guys.
Mary, you're skipping a couple things.
Yep. Number 4.
What?
S&P
Yep.
rating and then update on Waste Connections.
That's not on mine.
It's on mine.
Yeah.
Mindy, I've got the wrong agenda.
Huh?
Hold on just a second. Let me pull it back up because it's not on mine.
It's not on there. It's
What's
August
not?
the 11th, 2020.
Discussion of S&P rating letter to the city, update on Waste Connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had that.
No, we didn't.
No, that's
We
for
haven't done it
today.
yet.
We haven't talked about Waste Connections.
That's
It's
for
on
today.
Mayor, you are on the to list. It looks like it got sent to you.
Well, look, I had Mindy print me up one today, and it's not matching what you guys are.
Is it
So
the right?
hold on.
It's
Let
on
me
the
pull up
website.
the email.
Yeah, it's S&P rating. Yeah, you're right.
It's on the website.
Yeah, it's on the website.
Just so it's the right one on the website.
It is the right one.
Just bear with me for a second. It just. Okay, you said the next item was S&P.
S&P
Yeah.
rating
There are
letter
2
to the
discussion
city.
items. Item
It's
number
number 4.
1,
Okay. S&P and then the Waste Connections
Yes.
discussion.
there you
Okay.
go.
Okay, that's not the one I've got. Mindy, you gave me the wrong one, so.
Well, it should be this one. I gave you the copy of that one.
You're on the
Okay,
list for this one.
It's not,
Printed the wrong one. It's not her fault.
it's not the one I was given today. So let's drop down to, discussion item 1 is S&P rating, letter to the city.
Okay, earlier this, or maybe it was last week, I can't remember. My days are running together.
It was
I
last
sent
week.
I sent out, I think in my weekly report, a summary of the findings of S&P regarding our credit rating, along with a copy of their letter.
All right.
And this is to give you an opportunity to discuss any items relative to that letter.
So
No.
it has a rating of a BBB plus.
Right. The bottom line is we were downgraded primarily for the low position in our general fund equity position.
Right.
That's basically our net cash or net position. And as you know, this year and in the budget we've submitted to you, there is an effort to turn that around. And we've actually budgeted $100,000 plus contribution for 2021 to the general fund equity. And water as well has an increase in equity. And water has been kind of a drag on the general fund over the past few years because we had to fund their deficit. Both should supply equity to their position this year. However, in the meantime, we are downgraded from A- to BBB+, which translates roughly to a 10 to 15 basis point difference on any funding interest rate that we may pursue. So the certificates of obligation that we are about to issue, you will see 10%, not 10%, 10 basis points. That's 0.1% higher rate. The rate should still be substantially below our previous issuing cost because rates have really fallen off the table. So I don't think it's going to hurt us financially, but long-term, we definitely want to turn around this equity position. And we have plans to do that.
How often are we evaluated with a new rate?
Well, we're always evaluated with a new issuance of debt. And then at least every other year, S&P takes a look.
Okay.
So.
And what interest rate did we get?
The one we got with the Texas Water Board was really low. It was like 1.something%. Now, I don't expect this interest rate to be that low because that's a subsidized interest rate. We got a really good deal on that debt. This one should be in the 2 to 3% range.
And that's not bad.
No, it's really not a bad rate at all. Anything above 3, I would question, but I'm expecting something in the low 2s. And we will know that next week.
Okay, we have any other discussion on that? Okay, and the next item was update on Waste Connections,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
I still can't get it pulled up, so.
I just wanted to give everybody an update. We called a meeting with Waste Connections. We actually scheduled a meeting with Norm, but we have been assigned a new general manager to our area who came down and met with us. It was a positive meeting. We highlighted the many complaints that we've received, including trash not being picked up at appropriate times, trash in certain neighborhoods being picked up on Wednesday rather than Tuesday. We talked in length about what's allowed to be picked up, what's not allowed to be picked up. And to address your question, Miss Allen, on the bundling and what items are picked up, they said that flyer that they provided us is the most accurate information and most recent. So we just need to base everything off of that. One thing that we discussed that they're implementing is they are going to assign us one single point of contact with their company. One of the problems we've run into when we've had complaints before is we call up there and we're getting different people every time we file a complaint. We're not getting ticket numbers. So to solve that issue, what they've agreed to do is they are going to assign us a single point of contact with their company that when we get complaints, we will we'll touch base with and make sure that they're aware. They have promised to resolve those complaints same day as often as possible. If not, they're going to resolve it the next day, as long as it's not in violation of the agreement. So, if somebody has bulk trash out there that wouldn't qualify to be picked up, they're not going to come out and pick that up. But if somebody gets missed or skipped, then they'll come out there and resolve that issue same day in most cases. We did discuss, and we kind of did put it out there for them, that council was not happy with the services. That we've got a lot of complaints from the citizens, and that we have been asked about the potential to start looking at other vendors. So they pretty much know that the contract is hanging in the balance right now, and I think they're taking it very seriously and are going to correct some of these issues. So it seemed like a very positive meeting. We haven't had any issues reported that I'm aware of since this meeting yet. So hopefully we stay on.
We do have the point of contact already. She's already got in contact with me, and I've got them set up with the girls in the front. they did have one complaint and it was taken care of the same day.
That's good.
So just wanted to make sure everybody was updated on that, it looks like we did get that issue resolved, and we'll stay on top of it, but certainly let us know if there's any more complaints. We do have that feature on the website now, the report a problem complaint. So you can go to the website and report a problem through there and let us know if there's any trash problems. So we'll get it addressed.
Thank you
No.
very much.
And also you put that flyer on the website, right?
Yes.
It was a good meeting, so, hopefully they hold true to what they told us, so. But any other discussion on that? Okay, so now we will, drop down to mayor's report, and, Mr. Gunderson was contacted by Kathy Young with Tarrant County, and Everman Parkway, they're gonna start construction on that on September 14th. So, after 7 years of pleading and begging, they finally gonna get movement started on it, so, so you might wanna try to avoid that area at that point, because I assume they're gonna do one side and then the other, so.
Yeah.
But,
Mayor,
we'll
you
get that
said
road done,
September 14th?
yes.
Okay.
Now, just keep in mind, that date is subject to change. It wouldn't be the first time counties change dates on us, but all the concrete work has been completed that Fort Worth had to do first, and county's ready to move. So you'll start seeing some progress on it.
Is that from the school to the park, or which side?
Well, it'll be Oak Grove all the way to our city limits, both sides, and then they're going to do Oak Grove Road for the city of Fort Worth while they're doing that project. So all of it'll be done, over the next couple months.
Yay.
So, and then the only other thing I had, the county right now, they're, we're dealing with the COVID, but they're dealing with West Nile virus, and 30% of all mosquitoes that are being trapped are testing positive for the West Nile virus. A majority of that has been northeast Tarrant County. That's where most of it's coming from, and the county's already started spraying in those areas, but they have had a few positive tests down here, which we're used to. So, so just something else to worry about is the West Nile virus on top of everything else. So that's all I have on the mayor's report.
So what
Mindy,
is-
do we have any? What's that? Go ahead, Judy.
What is the update on our COVID situation out here?
We're still getting cases, but the percentage is dropping. We're seeing a positive effect to the mask rules that have been implemented, which actually expired on August 3rd. So they're actually not mandatory anymore. The executive order expired already, and we've been waiting to see if the governor or the public health department's going to come out and renew those orders or extend those, but we haven't seen anything. So everybody's just kind of in a holding pattern. Many businesses and places are continuing to run their operations with the mask mandates on their own without having an executive order. So we're just kind of rolling with the punches right now. We're not seeing any significant spikes, still no major hospitalizations, still no deaths within Everman. Just kind of keeping a steady pace is it. Not really much not much change, nothing dramatic to report.
Oh, well, that's good then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mindy, do we have any citizens' comments?
No comment.
Okay. Well, that being said, we're meeting next Tuesday on the 18th, and anticipate
Johnny
that'll be a
wanted-
fairly long meeting. What's that?
I think Johnny was talking.
To pick up the budget books, do we just come, where do we pick them up at?
We were gonna have them delivered, but if you'd like me to contact you when it's ready for pickup, if you'd prefer to pick it up, that'd be okay too. But I'll have to get with you tomorrow to let you know what time.
Okay.
Also, as a part of the budget books, Susan was trying to get updated photos of all council members. I can do those photos. We have it set up 24/7. It takes 2 minutes. If you can get just 2 minutes to swing by the police department anytime, we'll snap a quick photo. I know she's really wanting to get these photos for the budget books that she's putting together. So if you get just a couple minutes to swing by anytime, that'd be great. Everybody hates photos. I hate mine too.
We're gonna have our photos put in the budget book.
Yes, ma'am. The ones that I already have are in there. And any additional ones will be added before the adopted copy of the budget goes out.
She's
Kelly
getting-
and Linda and Mayor have their picture in it.
Yeah.
Mindy, if you'd be so kind as to put those printouts in the budget book, they can just deliver it. That'll be fine.
I sure will, Johnny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, with that being said, next week's meeting is probably gonna be a long one, so, plan accordingly. So I assume we'll start at the 5:30 time again, and,
In person.
what's that?
You're
Next
gonna
week.
try-
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're gonna meet in person. We're gonna meet here. So,
Do we
you
have
know,
to,
it's just 'cause, what's that?
Why is it gonna be a long one?
We've got the budget, we've got some, executive session things to discuss,
Public hearings.
There's 2 public hearings, one on the tax and one on the actual budget itself. And then we'll have the ordinances that go along with both of those.
Do we need to wear a mask?
We're still going to be closed to the public.
do we have to wear a mask?
It's not
I
required.
would-
It'll be optional, just like all other employees. It's optional inside the building, but everybody will be screened. And
Thank
it will not be open to the public. We will live broadcast it through Zoom from the council chambers. So we comply with Open Meetings Act.
Perfect.
And I do want to add that I invited Andrew Friedman, who will be bringing the documents because you will be voting on the issuance of the COs next week. And once that is approved, we got a lot of documents to sign.
Okay.
So if anybody doesn't have anything else, the meeting is adjourned.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, everybody.
Hi.